Welcome back, Guardians, to the Final Fantasy X HD Remaster. I'm Scott, and you're at the TheScottSpot channel. So, here we are at the exit to Kilika Woods, going towards the temple. Between last episode and this one, I captured 10 of every Kilika Woods fiend, so let's just move on to the temple. There actually is something of importance that we want to do at the temple, but we have to go all the way to the Chamber of the Fayth to get it. So, in the meantime, we'll just talk to everybody on the way there. Skip this save sphere. Let's run the route that Lord O'Holland ran back in the day to train for his Blitzball games. They still haven't fixed this thing where that Sin Spawn attacked. I was trying to think of its name. It's either Janace or Janox. I want to say Janace, but I get those mixed up sometimes. Alright. Still quite a few people here, and the Hymn of the Fayth is still going. No, I'm not a warrior monk. I've rejoined the Crusaders. It's just that we Crusaders are short on armor. Well, that's an interesting thing. Crusader, warrior monk, who cares? I just want to protect something. I think that's one way to look at it, I guess. The fire's still burning. Fire burning on the dance floor. No, sorry. Did you hear? When you see the flying ship, we're all to sing the Hymn of the Fayth. Supposedly it has something to do with overcoming sin, but I wonder if it's true. Okay, I will wait for the ship to fly by and sing when they take on sin. No, I'm still a bit skeptical, but I guess it's worth trying. What about you, old man? Not many visitors at the temple these days. It is a pity, really. Well, people's faith in Yevon is waning, I guess. What about you, nun? I must be strong and live by the teachings in this time of turmoil, but lately I've discovered a weakening of my faith. Wow, why would you admit that to random passerbys? I must focus on my training for as long as I am a monk. You look like a woman. Wouldn't that make her a nun? I've given up on becoming a warrior monk. They favor the temple over the people of Spira. I can't believe they abandoned their positions in Kilika and ran off. Yeah, they did go back to Bavel, didn't they? The warrior monk leaders have barricaded themselves in St. Bavel. That's shameful. Alright, let's check out the monks and nuns chamber. Well, I never thought I would mention monks and nuns so much in one episode. Those devoted to Yevon's teachings need not fear death, but the young monks are scared silly. How pitiful. I like his hat. Oh, these guys only have one line. We have asked the Crusaders to help patrol the temple since the warrior monks have left. However, with so few of them, I do wonder if they will be able to fend off the fiends. Man, if they can't fend off the fiends, then they're in trouble, because the ones here are hella weak. I wonder if the nuns will have anything to say about that. Oh, there's just a couple acolytes here. Nunlings. We're supposed to sing when we see the flying ship, right? See, I knew that. Yeah, what about this little girl? Why are all the monks getting antsy? Your guess is as good as mine. Something ain't sitting right with them, I guess. Something stirred their britches up. Into the temple. To the Grand Hall, specifically. I was about to say there's only the priest in here, but no, there's these Kilika beasts over here too. There's a strange rumor going around about singing the Hymn of the Fayth when a ship flies by. At least everybody's getting word. Yeah, when the ship comes flying by, I'm going to cheer it on like this. Don't cheer, sing the hymn, you dummy. I must reluctantly admit that the people are distancing themselves from the temple. What would Lord O'Holland think if he were here? He would be ashamed of Yevon's behavior in general. Anyway, let's head to the Chamber of the Fayth. Now, I'm not sure if you have to resolve the Cloisters of Trials or not. I want to say that you don't, but I could be mistaken, so let's just head inside and see for ourselves. And in. At least we didn't get thrown down here by Bartello this time. Oh shit, you do have to resolve the Cloister. It's the exact same puzzle, so I guess I'll just skip past this. Entered the Kilika sphere, and now we're going to take it back out. Boom. And that solves the Cloister. It took a little longer than I expected, honestly. Now, why did we come all the way back to the Chamber of the Fayth? Well, you can actually go back to every temple on Spira and talk to the Fayth that was there again. We couldn't do Besaid yet because of Dark Veilfor being in the way, so Kilika Temple it is. If you're wondering where Dark Ifrit is, he's in the Snubia Desert.
Sin swam in the sea near Xanarkand. Perhaps the waking dream eased its suffering. Your father touched Sin and became real that night, foundering in the seas of Spira. How sad now that he's caught in the tragic spiral. He is Sin. He is lost.
That was inspiring, Fayth of Ifrit. But we did get a luck sphere out of that. It doesn't tell you, but you also get an accuracy sphere, a defense sphere, and an agility sphere for doing that. So, not a bad haul. And you can take a better look at what the Fayth of Ifrit looks like down there below the glass. Oh, the reason I said it didn't tell you is because they're in this chest here. Agility sphere. Defense sphere. And luck sphere. Or accuracy sphere. We got the luck sphere from the Fayth. So that's all there is to do. It's just a brief scene. But man, this Fayth is like almost gave away Tidus' secret again. So that's all there is to do on Kilika. So let's head back to the SS Winno. Oh, and when you exit a Cloister of Trials, it just takes you back to the area prior to it. Alright, and we're back at the SS Winno. So let's go to Luca! Which I imagine we'll spend at least a couple episodes in Luca, if not more. You'll see why, but if you guessed it has something to do with Blitzball, then you're right. You get the map screen again. I like how it plays the Tidus' theme here, because when you originally get on this boat, it's like at night, but it's not night now. It would have been cool if it had been, though. Let's talk to everybody. He used to be a hard worker, too, but now he's always like this. Sometimes I wonder why I even stay with him at all. That's rude. But why would you say that right in front of him? Once sin comes, everything we worked for will be lost. So why bother to work at all? I've got better ways to spend the time I have left. What, making your girlfriend feel sorry for you? Basking in the sun is such a great luxury. Man, I don't really blame him, though. If I lived on Spira during the time of sin, I would probably try to live life to its fullest, too, because you never know when it's going to end. It's not that I like riding ships, but this is the only way. The waves, winds, and chocobos cause the ship to rot. This is better than the shoe puff. Last time on the shoe puff, got an earful from my pillow. This guy sounds like he's had it rough. Oh, just talking about it gets me sick. Help! Poor guy. And what about this guy over here? Looks just like the guy that was sitting here on the SS Licky. Youngsters nowadays are so rowdy, I can hardly hear myself think in town. True. I'd rather spend time with my dogs than hanging around townsfolk. That's not necessarily a bad sentiment. What about this girl? I envy how laid back the Lucans are. They're always crazy about Blitzball, even when something terrible happens. I guess that's what happens when you have the Crusaders to fight with all their might to protect the stadium. However, the Crusaders are a shell of what they once were, so I hope the stadium will be okay. I like Blitzball too, but even I can't get that deep into it. Typical woman. They don't know the rules, there's no time to explain. My night shift has been doubled by the captain's orders. Doubled! There's no way I can do that. Just hire more hands if you want more work done. Yeah, that does seem kind of cruel. There's no use griping, but sometimes that's the only thing I can do. This guy seems pretty... Everybody on this ship seems pretty dejected. I've been pulling all-nighters these days. Please let me rest. He's falling asleep. Oh, poor guy. He fell asleep there. Man, if your crew is this tattered, they need a break, bro. Let's go talk to this captain, see what kind of douche bitch he is. Maester Keenock has passed away, and Maester Kelkronso has resigned. He's dead too now, pal. Actually, I guess they're all dead now, and technically speaking. Now that Maester Seymour's disappeared as well. All of Yevon is in chaos. Well, he didn't mention Maester Micah, but Micah is gone as well. I wonder how long till they figure that out. I had such high hopes for Maester Seymour. He was truly dedicated to saving Spirit. Then where's he at now, bro? Not here, that's right. I've heard the Albed attacked Pavel with a flying ship. What the? Oh, I guess technically we did sort of attack it. Maester Seymour's wedding got cancelled and everything. Thanks, Albed. Those dirty Albed. What's so fun about ruining a wedding? Yeah, that was the idea the whole time. I wonder if he knows it was Yuna's wedding. Well, I guess if he says it's Maester Seymour's wedding, then he knows it's probably Yuna's too. Oh, here's that girl that we helped to count the Spira goals. You say you want to help me again? Thanks, I'll let you know if I need any. Oh, that's all? The lesser goals seem a bit flustered. Maybe they feel Sin's presence nearby. This girl's so worried. I hope she's not right, though. Well, Sin's probably always close by as long as we're Cheetahs, given Jack's affinity for him. But I think that's going to be all for this episode, Guardians. As soon as I go back below decks, it's going to send me straight to Luca, and we don't want that. So thanks again for tuning in, and I'll catch you for more Final Fantasy X HD Remaster next time at the Scott Spot. Later, Guardians.